Good morning. Welcome to round 4 of Ipswich Kart Club. This is the last race meet we can actually do before we have state championships at the end of June, which is 2 months away. So, and today's an interesting one because everyone's got, well, it's actually not that interesting. It determines the whole grid. We got qualifying, all classes qualifying. I was hoping for a random grid personally, that way I could like fight through the pack and then learn how to like lead in one of the next heats or whatever. But instead we got qualifying, so got to work hard to get a good qualifying position and then just, I don't know, hopefully not stay in the same position all race long. Hopefully I can move up the pack just a little bit. I kind of do prefer chasing rather than leading. I don't know, it just feels more satisfying, like having to work harder to like try to win, I guess. But I don't know, maybe I'm just accustomed. I've been accustomed to that for the last 5 years. But yes, all classes qualifying. We are not the feature class today, as we were the feature class last round, which didn't go too well. So if you're wondering what the case was, for the majority of the day, I had a slow engine. The new engine, which is like 0.6 minimum of a second slower than the one that's been built over the last few seasons with Power Republic. And that's just the difference in the performance in engines, which is, you know, hard to believe, but that's just the genuine truth. So and I had it on there thinking that the rain was going to come all day. It looked promising. It said it was going to come. It never did. So I decided to just, you know, go all guns out, throw the faster engine on for the final only. And I got my tire pressure wrong, and I got stuck in the pack with karts fighting and everything, and I only finished 15th, which, yeah, it is what it is. It's a struggle. It sucks. But hopefully today I can make a bit of a comeback on that. I'm currently sitting 4th in the club championship standings after that result, so, but we're still in the game. We're not out of this yet. And so today I just want to try and make a nice impression on the competition and to everybody else that I'm not giving up yet. We have 32 people racing in my class today in tag restricted light. We are the second group on the road. I'm not sure if DD2 and Open Performance, who are the feature class today, are going to be first on the road with qualifying being a feature class and everything. I don't know. Maybe they'll be the ones at the end. But either way, we're the second one on the road. Whether before or after the group, I don't know. I didn't actually properly look at the schedule. Dum-dum. But we kick off around 10 past 8, and we have 2 heats and a final today, so don't really need to worry too much about tyre management with these shorter evented days. So really it's kind of just like push from start till finish, because this new Lacon LH03 tyre just seems to work really well. And it goes a longer distance, so there's absolutely no point in worrying about tyre management. But anyway, yeah, so I guess we'll just cut straight to the track.
sitting there in third position. Down the front straight away they go, side by side. Oh, there was a move on, but it didn't pay off for Riley Vandenbroek. Thomas Williams holds on to it, but geez, Vandenbroek into Tony Kart in third spot. He is up and about this morning. Race number that is, because they are current state champions in this category. Jack Munro wanting to try and extend an advantage through the Autobahn corner onto the backstretch. What can Vandenbroek do here? Bit of a tune there from Williams. He goes down the back straight away. Through the right-hander. Went a bit wide there. Williams took a wider line. Certainly than a 78 there in third position as they come to the line. That's the end of lap number 2. Pacer cracker here. Munro does a new fastest lap. 50.110. Mortensen further back has moved up a spot. Nathaniel Harrison just outside the top 10 and does a quickest lap at 50.108, including a pass manoeuvre. So Harrison with a bit of speed on board. Qualifying obviously didn't go the way that he would have liked. Riley Vandenbroek managed to make up a spot and set the quickest lap of the race at the same time. Sana and Mortensen have got through on Briggs. Vandenbroek down in 10th, the quickest on circuit. He just did a 49.205. Certainly be past Caleb Mullins and potentially Darcy Briggs' lap if he positions the kart nicely enough. Velicott into third. Mortensen to fourth. He's taken Aquasana up the order with him. Darcy Briggs in sixth spot. Harrison Furlonger. Then it's Mullins and Docell. They charge on down here. Oh, Williams starting to come under the pump here from the 78 of Riley Vandenbroek, the Tony Kart. Across the line they come. 2 laps in the books here and still all to play for. Nice battle for third spot as well. Oh, there's bit of arms up footy going on there. Aquasana, I think that was indeed. It was on the back of Morton. Updated graphics that we're running here. Adam Wood, one of our competitors in DD2, putting together this package. Down through Video Pro Corner they run now. Velicott takes about a tenth out of him as Vandenbroek steps up the pace a bit. He goes the fastest lap of 49.240. So he's coming back now in the Tony Kart. Fascinating how these setups play out throughout the course of these races. About 9/100ths quicker than your race leader. That's not enough at this stage. He's got bigger problems though, because a full tenth of a second quicker than your man in second was the man in third, that being Riley Vandenbroek in that green and white cart. He is definitely having a look. They will get the last lap board the next time by. So he's going to have to set it up. Starting right about now, you get the feeling. I doubt he'll have a look at turn number 1. Your race leader, Thomas Williams, is on his way home. The big battles for second between Velicott and Vandenbroek. Vandenbroek on his tail through the flip-flop. Lapper coming up. I don't think it's going to cause him any trouble. Through Electro. This is for second and third. Mortensen back there in fourth. He'll grab a try.
So the day started off all right, despite a bit of push in the front end, but sort of fixed that up. Qualifying was a bit tricky, as I wasn't really ahead of the queue first, so I sort of just decided to go a bit in the pack, but at least leave myself a bit of a gap to get enough tow, but also enough clear track. And ended up picking up third spot on the qualifying, which was a bit of a surprise. But you know, I knew I had pace, but just the amount of push the front end, like the kart had in the front, particularly into turn one and flip-flop, I didn't think I was going to be that high up, but I just thought, okay, I got to drive with it, because I couldn't really drive as efficiently as I wanted with all that push. So then go to heat one, and I had some decent pace there, but still a little bit more push. Then I made another change, and then from heat two onwards, it's pretty much perfectly fine and on the money. As far as what happened in heat two, at the start there, you see two karts got away from the pole sitter who I was behind, and they both jumped the start there and both got 5-second penalty. And I got dropped to like 6 coming around turn 3, and then I decided to roll out the throttle a little bit and just slot in behind the 21 that was overtaking me, and then unfortunately my front bumper got caught in between his rear wheel and his rear bumper, and that sort of just kind of like straight lined me to the ribble strip. And I was thinking about, you know, coming back on to the actual corner at the flip-flop, but then at that point I'd be on a whole bunch of marbles and I'd have like zero grip, which, you know, at that point I'm either gonna lose even probably more positions, or worst case scenario, I'm gonna probably T-bone someone. With a fight back from, I think, 13th I dropped to back to 8th, and then to go back to 6th with the penalties applied to the other drivers was okay. So I don't think it wasn't a major loss, but the kart felt fantastic and there was no damage done. And then in the final, the 35, he looked a bit weak in the opening laps, and I was really gaining on him in the center and into the entry and the center of the corners, but I couldn't quite get enough of a run off the exits compared to him. He must have been sacrificing entry and apex speed to get a better exit, perhaps. That's a good strategy. It's a Fernando Alonso certified strategy. Simply put, I just put my tyres behind him and the kart started to bounce and hop everywhere, and then I lost out to got down to third position, and then the 83 was getting tired. I could see him getting a little bit weak, and that sort of motivated me to push a little harder, but also like conserve. But unfortunately, he had a much better engine than me, and I just couldn't really quite match his straight line speed. So yeah, but no, I think all in all it was a good day. And I got promoted to second because the 35 had a penalty for another starting infringement, but that's the way the game goes. So had I at least passed the 83, I could have actually had my first Ipswich win, but it wasn't meant to be, unfortunately, because I think, simply put, just because of the amount of grip that the track had and just the way that the kart was feeling at the time when I was pushing those tyres really hard, it really suffered. So yeah. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this adventure in this video, and I will see you guys on the next one.